Good morning students and welcome back to our digital classroom once again. I hope that you all are quite well and completing your tasks given by your teachers. Today is our last revision and the chapter is understanding quadrilaterals, and on Saturday we will have online class test. Now what way it will be conducted, tomorrow I will send you a guideline. Please follow this guideline. Now I start revision understanding quadrilateral. Basically, I will be covering the most important part of this chapter, which will help you a lot during exam. So let's begin revision and we'll start from polygon only. What is polygon? A simple closed curved figure made by line segment is called polygon. It is a 2D shaped object. Mind it, it is a 2D shaped, flat, closed curved figure made by line segment. Clear? So now I am showing so many shapes which we come across in our day-to-day life. We have to identify which are polygon, which are not polygon. Clear? So now see the figure which are out just now, those were polygon. And what about the figure present still now? These are not polygon. Why? Because you see this is pyramid. It is a 3D shaped object. Okay, 3D shaped object can't be a polygon. Okay, but each part, this shape is made by triangular part, triangular face. This each part is the polygon, but when it combined together forming this figure, then this figure is not a polygon. Okay, now this is cone, 3D shaped object, so it is also not a polygon. This is cube, 3D shaped object, also not a polygon, but it is made by square face. Each part will be polygon, but when it combines together forming giving this shape will not be a polygon. That means polygon never be a 3D shaped object. And all those objects are 2D shaped, but some criteria they are not fulfilling. This is simple curve, not also closed, and it is also not by line segment. That's why it is not a polygon. This is made by line segment, but not simple. They are intersected somewhere. That's why it is also not a polygon. This is opened, made by line segment, but the figure is opened. That's why it is not a polygon. This is a simple closed curved figure. Circle is a simple closed curved figure, flat 2D shaped object. But since it is not made by line segment, that's why it is not a polygon. This angle made by line segment, but open. It is not closed. That's why an angle is not a polygon. This is not a simple curve, it is intersected somewhere and also not made by line segment. That's why this is not a polygon. This is spiral, not made by line segment and also open. That's why it is not a polygon. This shape is made by line segment but opened. Okay, that's why it is not a polygon. This is semicircle. Diameter is line segment, but on this curved part is there. It is not by line segment. That's why a semicircle is not a polygon. Okay. Now, next part is properties of the polygon. Properties of the polygon depends on its number of sides, number of vertices, and number of angles. Vertices means meeting place of the two line segment, and angle, the magnitude between the two line segment is called angle, and number of sides already it is mentioned. So now on the basis of this number of sides, vertices and number of angles, so polygons is generally classified into two groups. One is concave polygon, another is convex polygon. Clear it. One is concave and another is convex. How will identify it? You see these three figures are concave polygon. Why? Because if you see the interior angle of some of the interior angles of this figure, it is greater than 180. It is also greater than 180. It is also greater than 180. It is also greater than 180. This is made by line segment and close. It is a polygon, no doubt. But interior angle, some of the interior angles measure is more than 180 degree. Here also some of the interior angle measure is more than 180 degree. Here also sum of the interior angle measure is more than 180. So that means when a polygon, it's any one or more interior angles measure is more than 180 degree, that will be a concave polygon only. Okay, and in our discussion concave polygon will not come, we will be talking about the convex polygon only. Convex polygon, other way we can say interior angles, none of the interior angles will be more than 180 degree, made by line segment closed, and none of the interior angle is greater than 180 degree. That's why these are concave polygon. Convex polygon. Convex polygon again classified into two groups. Okay, what? Regular convex polygon, irregular convex polygon. Regular convex polygon means what? When the each side and each interior angles are equal, then it is called regular convex polygon. This is a square. Square is a regular convex polygon, but rectangle is not a regular convex polygon because sides are not equal. Angles are 90 degree. Okay. Sides are not equal, that's why rectangle is not a convex polygon, but square is a convex polygon. It is an equilateral triangle. Okay, this is its all sides are equal and its all angles also equal. So first regular polygon is the equilateral triangle. Okay, regular convex polygon is the equilateral triangle. This is pentagon. Sides are equal, but angles are not equal. Angles are not equal. That's why it is irregular convex polygon. That means when sides are equal but interior angles are not equal, that convex polygon is called irregular convex polygon. Understood? Now through a video, though I have shown you the earlier also, so this video you can clearly identify which are polygon, which are not polygon, which are regular polygon, which are not regular polygon. Let's see.
We need to learn about the specific properties that all polygons have in common. First, we need to know the three parts that make up all polygons. And these parts are sides, vertices, and angles. The sides are just the straight line segments that make up a polygon. And the vertices are the points where the sides intersect. And the angles are formed by the intersecting lines. In fact, in Greek, the word polygon literally means many angles. So all polygons have sides, vertices, and angles. This polygon here has 5 sides, 5 vertices, and it forms 5 angles. The next thing we need to know about polygons is that they're closed shapes. Now, what does it mean for a shape to be closed, you ask? Well, it means that the sides are connected so that there are no gaps. The area inside the shape is separated from the area outside the shape, and there's no way to get from the inside to the outside without crossing a line. It might help to think of a closed shape like a cage. If you put an ant inside the cage, then there's no way for it to get out without crossing a line. But if the shape is open, then there is a way out. So these are all examples of closed shapes, and these are all examples of open shapes. And the important thing to remember is that a polygon must be closed. And the last thing we need to know about polygons is that they're two-dimensional or flat shapes. And that means that all the vertices must lie on the same plane. If any one of the vertices were to move forwards or backwards so that it wasn't on the same plane as all the other vertices, then it wouldn't be a flat shape anymore. Flat shapes are also called planar shapes because all of their points are on the same plane. And even though polygons themselves can't be 3D shapes, you can use polygons to make 3D shapes, like a box, for example. The box is not a polygon, but each of its flat sides is a polygon. Alright then, we now have a specific definition of a polygon. A polygon is a multi-sided shape that has sides, vertices, and angles. A polygon is a closed shape, and a polygon is a two-dimensional or a flat shape. And now that you know that, it's time to play Polygon or Not a Polygon. Now here's your host, me. Thank you. All right. Now the rules of the game are simple. I'm going to show you a shape, and you tell me if it's a polygon or not a polygon. Are you ready to play? Our first shape is a square. Is a square a polygon? Yes. Square has 4 sides and 4 vertices, and it's a closed 2D shape. so it is a polygon. And next we have, not exactly sure what to call this, but is it a polygon? Nope, it's close, but because it's an open shape, it can't be a polygon. All right, what about this one? Polygon or not polygon? Yep, it is a polygon. Even though the sides aren't all the same length, it is a closed, 2D, multi-sided shape. In fact, if you count, you'll see that it has 7 sides. What about this one? Is a circle a polygon? Well, it is a closed 2D shape, but how many sides does it have? Now that's the problem. A circle doesn't have any straight sides, vertices, or angles. It's a curved shape, so it's not a polygon. Oops. Next, we have a star shape, just like me. Is it a polygon? Yup. It has straight sides and vertices, and it's a closed 2D shape. That means it's a polygon. And what about this one? Right you are. This is not a polygon. It's a dog. Here's an interesting one. It's a closed 2D shape that does have straight sides and vertices, but it also has this curved part here. Can it still be a polygon with that curve there? No! The curved part disqualifies it as a polygon. Polygon has to have only straight sides, so this is not a polygon. And what about this guy here? Is this a polygon? Well, it is just straight lines, but 2 of those lines cross. And if any lines cross, it can't be a polygon. Plus, he has this big open end here, so this guy is definitely not a polygon. And last of all, what about this one? Right you are, this is not a polygon, because it's a 3D shape. It's made from polygons, but the whole shape is not a polygon itself. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Join us next week as we decide, is it bigger than 1? Okay, so after playing that game, you should have a really good idea of what a polygon is and what it is not. The last thing I want to mention is that some polygons have special names depending on how many sides they have. Here's a list of the most important ones to know. 3-sided polygons are called triangles. Triangles are so important in geometry that they'll get a whole video of their own. 4-sided polygons are called quadrilaterals. Wow, now that's a fancy math word. But it helps if you just remember that the first part, quad, means 4. Quadrilaterals are shapes like squares, rectangles, and parallelograms. They'll also get a video of their own. 5-sided polygons are called pentagons. 6-sided polygons are called hexagons. And 8-sided polygons are called octagons. By the way, polygons that have 5, 6, 8, or however many sides like this are called regular polygons if all of their angles are equal, and irregular polygons if their angles are not equal. Of course, there are a lot more polygons than that, but you probably won't need to know their names. As long as you know what polygons are and how to identify them, then you're ready to move on. The exercises for this section are pretty easy, so no excuses. Good luck. Thanks for
So this is all about the polygon, which are polygon, which are not polygon, which are concave polygon, which are convex polygon, which are regular polygon, which are not regular polygon, irregular polygon. Everything you have understood very well, I think. Now coming to the next part, that is how to find out the number of diagonals of a polygon. So any polygon, that means triangle onward, how to find out the number of diagonals of a polygon. The formula is n square minus 3n by 2. N is equals to number of side of that polygon. Suppose I am taking one example, triangle. How many sides are there? 3 sides. Okay. So then what will be the square of 3? 3 square 9 minus 3 into 3 means 9. 9 minus 9 equals to 0. 0 divided by 2 equals to 0. That means in case of triangle there is no diagonals. Or diagonal, what is called diagonal? The diagonal is a line segment that joins the alternate vertices of the polygon. So if I start from here, So this will not be the diagonal, this will be the diagonal, but this diagonal lies on the line segment only. So in case of triangle, I cannot draw any diagonal. So number of diagonals of triangle is 0. Okay, now I am taking example of square or rectangle or any quadrilateral. You see, if I join, start from here, alternate vertices here, so 1, and if I start from here, alternate vertices will be there 2, so now 2 only. Okay, and if I apply this formula, n square means 4 square, 4 square minus 3 into 4, 12, 34 square is 16, 16 minus 12 is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, that means square has 2 diagonals. Clear? Now next figure is pentagon. So pentagon means 5. How many diagonal it will be? 5 square means 25, minus 3 into 5 means 15. 25 minus 15 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. That means if I draw diagonals, it will be 5 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From each vertex where I have tried to draw the diagonals, this will be the 5. So number of diagonals of pentagon is 5. Okay, now another example, hexagon, 6 side. The 6 side means 6 6 are 36, minus 3 into 6 means 18. 36 minus 18 is what? 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So if I draw diagonals of hexagon, I can draw 9 diagonals only. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 9 diagonals I can draw in case of regular, not regular, in case of hexagon. Okay. Now coming to exterior angle property of quadrilateral. You have seen the minimum, the first polygon is what? First polygon is what? Exterior angle of quadrilateral, exterior angle of polygon. Okay, better is that it should be exterior angle property of quadrilateral, our discussion part, but it will be polygon. That means it may be triangle, it may be square, it may be pentagon, it may be hexagon. So this part you treat as a polygon. Okay, by mistake I have written here quadrilateral, it should be a polygon. So now in case of triangle, if I draw any, if I extend the any of its side exteriorly, so it will form an angle. This is called exterior angle. So if I extend this side, exterior angle. If I extend this side, this is exterior angle. Since it is a regular figure, that is equilateral triangle, so each angle is 60, so each exterior angle will be exterior and interior. Always will be forming linear pair. So if inside is 60, outside will be 180 minus 60, 20. In all cases, it will be 120 since it is a regular convex polygon. Okay. Now if I add 3 angles, you will notice that it will be 360 only. So in case of triangle, it is 360. In case of square, it is also regular figure. So each angle is 90 degree inside, then outside will also be 90 degree. So if I add all the exterior angle, it will be what? 360 only. It is a pentagon, a regular pentagon. Inside is equal angle, also side equal. The exterior angle will also be equal. Inside, exterior, outside will form linear pair. So exterior angle will be 180 minus 108. So it will come 72. So all exterior angle is 72, 72, 72. So now if I add all the 72 here, I will get 360 degree. That means what? The exterior angle of any polygon, convex polygon, not concave polygon, any convex polygon is 360 degree. Now through an animated clip I can show you. You see here, this is an equilateral triangle. So if I merge all the exterior angle, you see how can I merge it? So it will form a circle. Okay, and we saw total interior angle of a circle is 360 degree, or we can say when they are merging at a point. Okay, the angle around a point is 360 degree. On a more also condition, angles around a point is 360 degree. So it was what? It was pentagon, all exterior angles. when you merge at a point, you see, after merging, it is forming a circle, and interior angle of a circle is 360 degree. So it is hexagon. If I add all the interior and exterior angle, it will form a circle. So 360 degree. So in case of convex polygon, if we add all the exterior angles, it will never be more than 360 degree. Okay. Now I will perform an activity. Suppose I have drawn an pentagon, 5 side, 1 2 3 4 5. I have marked the exterior angle as 1 2 3 4 5 and also use some color also. Okay. Now I will cut one angle, and I will take a point here, and we will cut one by one angle and paste on the side at the side at this point. Okay. At this point, one by one we will place this angle, and what is the shape is forming, you see, just listen. First angle you cut and paste, second angle you cut and paste, third angle you cut and paste, fourth angle you cut and paste, fifth angle you cut and paste. So it is forming a circle. That means sum of the exterior angle of a polygon is 360 degree. Okay. Through an activity also, you see, though I have done it manually, you see the clip, you can come to know how it is done actually.
Hi, so today we are going to find the sum of exterior angles of a polygon using visual method. So for that I am going to draw a polygon. So these are the 2 points. Let this be the third point, this be the fourth point, and this be the fifth and the final point, right? So we have a 5-ish polygon. And what we do next? Yes, next we extend these lines. So I'm going to extend all these lines towards right. So this will be the extended line, right? And now if I extend this line, this will be the extended line, right? And now if I extend this one, it will come somewhere
Heading is given interior
over here,
angles,
and it will look something like this.
It will be exterior
And then
angles
let me extend this line.
Please correct it.
So it will look like this. And then if I extend this line, it will look something like this, right? And now let me name these angles. So let this be the first angle, this be the second angle, this be the third angle, this be the fourth angle, right? And let this be the fifth angle. Okay? And what we have to do next? Next, I am going to cut these angles one by one and assemble all of them in such a way that their vertices coincide at one point, right? So first let me cut angle number 1. So I'll cut it from here, right? Let me move it over here.
First
And next
angle,
I'll cut
at that
like
point
this
we are placing
and
second
assemble
angle.
it in such a
Extra
way that their
parts
vertices meet,
we
right?
remove.
And let me erase this extra line which we have
Now
got. And
cut
if
third angle
I cut angle number
and
3,
paste it
and
at this
again
point.
I'll assemble it in such a way
Now
that their
she's
vertices
cutting the
coincide
fourth
at one
angle.
point, right? And now it is the turn of angle number 4.
Pasting after
Okay,
third.
so this is the angle number 4, and again I have to,
And finally
assemble it at this point,
fifth
and
angle.
then I'll take angle
Cut
number
fifth
5
angle and join
and
it here. It will form. It will
yes,
lie around
together
the
they are
point.
making
So
a full
sum of
circle,
angle
right?
around
Or
the point
together they
is
are making
360
an
degree.
angle
Or
equal to
angles of a
360
circle
degrees,
is 360
right?
degree.
So
Okay.
this also proves that the sum of
Understood, I
exterior
think.
angles
Now
of a
if we
polygon
perform this
is
activity with the help
equal to
of
360 degrees,
hexagon, the
right?
result will
So
be
this was the
same.
case when
Okay.
we have.
Now coming to the next, interior angles property. That was the exterior angle property. Now it is interior angle property of a convex polygon. Okay. Now the formula is total interior angle is n minus 2 into 180 degree. What is n here? Number of sides. Suppose triangle. How many sides are there? 3 sides. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 into 180 degree is equal to 180 degree. That means in case of triangle, the total interior angle is 180 degree. Okay. Now number of sides will be increasing. Then number of angle, the total angle also increasing. Okay. You see, if the figure is regular, convex polygon regular, then only you can find out the each interior and each exterior. Okay, if if the figure is regular and number of side is given, you have to find out the each exterior angle. So 360 divided by side equals to angle, and 360 degree divided by each angle, then you will get the side. Okay. Similarly, in case of interior angle, so total interior angle is n minus 2 into 180 degree. If I divide by n, then you will get each interior angle of a regular polygon. A regular polygon. Okay, mind it. If it is not regular, mention is not regular, so I cannot find out the each interior and each exterior. Only I can find out the total interior and total exterior. Clear? So suppose this square. Now another way you can explain what is the total angle of the square? 360 degree. Why? Why it is 360? If we follow this formula, n minus 2, that is 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 into 180 degree, n minus 2 is 2, that is 4 minus 2 is the 2, multiplied by 180 degree is equal to 360 degree. Question is how? Now if I join a diagonal, so this square is divided into two triangles, and we know one triangle equals to 180 degree, then how many triangle it consists of? It consists two triangle, that means 180 into 2, 360 degree. Similarly, if I take an example of pentagon, so 5 side, you join how many? It is a combination of how many triangle? 1, 2, 3. 3 into 180, this is 540 degree. Okay, or you can follow this formula: 5 minus 2, 3. 3 into 180 is 540 degree. Okay, now in case of hexagon, it is a combination of how many triangles? 1 triangle, 2 triangle, 3 triangle, and 4 triangle. So 4 into 180 degree is equal to 720 degree. Or you can say hexagon 6 minus 2, 4, 4 into 180, that is 720 degree. Are you clear? Now coming to next. Types of quadrilateral. What is quadrilateral then? A simple closed curved figure made by 4 line segment. Simple closed curved figure made by 4 line segment. Earlier it was what? Made by line segment only. Minimum is 3, maximum any number. So that figure was polygon. Now when any figure made by 4 line segment, simple closed curved figure made by 4 line segment, then it is called quadrilateral. So what are the different type of quadrilateral? We can come to know from this quadrilateral tree. You see, quadrilateral tree. This is a quadrilateral on the basis of the parallel lines. How many parallel lines does it have? So on this basis, the quadrilaterals are what? Mainly three different types. So two parallel lines, then when two pairs of parallel lines, and when no parallel lines. When two parallel lines are there, this figure is called trapezoid or trapezium. Both are same. Okay, in Greek action it is trapezoid, and that means in English word it is trapezium. Okay, and these two sides are called non-parallel side of the trapezium. When these two non-parallel sides are equal, then this particular trapezium will be isosceles trapezium. Are you clear? So when two parallel lines are there, the figure is trapezium, and these these two sides are called non-parallel sides. Okay, and when these two non-parallel sides are equal, it will be called isosceles trapezium. Now when two pairs of parallel lines are there, so this parallel to this and this parallel to this, then it will be a parallelogram. This figure is parallelogram. Now a parallelogram will be a rhombus when its adjacent sides are equal. So all properties of parallelogram will be there. I'll give you the property next slide. You'll get it. So these two adjacent sides in parallelogram are not equal. When these two adjacent sides are equal, adjacent sides means consecutive two sides. When these consecutive two sides are not equal, then it is parallelogram only. When equal, then it will be a rhombus. Okay. Similarly, a parallelogram will be a rectangle when its one angle is 90 degree. Okay, because parallelogram opposite sides are equal, rectangle opposite sides are equal, and parallelogram opposite angles are equal. In rectangle, all angles will be equal 90 degree. Okay, then a parallelogram will be a rectangle when its one angle is 90 degree. If one angle is 90 degree, it is bound to follow all angle will be 90 degree. Now from rhombus and rectangle, square is developed. A rhombus is a square when its one angle is 90 degree. This way you can define. Or a rectangle will be a square when its adjacent sides are equal. A rectangle will be a square when its adjacent sides are equal. Clear? Now kite. In kite there will be no parallel lines, but it has two pair of equal sides. Two pair of adjacent sides are equal, this and this. Diagonals are unequal, intersected perpendicularly, and one diagonal only bisected. Okay, and one pair opposite angles are equal. One pair opposite. This angle and this angle will be equal, but these two angles are not equal. Clear? This is the properties of a kite. Now I'll be explaining you one by one. Quadrilateral. First, a four-sided closed plane figure. Quadrilateral. Total angles is 360. This is the basic character or features of a quadrilateral. Next is kite. What is the property of kite? It will follow the quadrilateral property, that is made by four line segment, and interior angles is, sum of the interior angle will be 360 degree. Other properties will be what? None of the sides are parallel. Okay, diagonals are unequal. Diagonals are perpendicular at a point, but one diagonal is bisected. Okay, and one diagonal bisected. Two adjacent sides, this equal to this and this equal to this, and one pair opposite angle. One pair opposite angle will be equal. So in case of kite. Next figure is trapezoid or trapezium. Okay, one pair opposite side parallel, and it will follow the quadrilateral feature first. The form made by four line segment, for sum of four angles is 360 degree. One pair opposite sides are parallel. Okay, this is a parallelogram. Isosceles trapezium. So it will follow trapezium property along with what? Non-parallel sides are equal. One pair of opposite side parallel and non-parallel sides are equal, then it will be a isosceles trapezium. Now in case of isosceles trapezium, if I draw diagonal, diagonals will be equal, but they are not bisected equally. Okay. Next figure is parallelogram. Here two pair of opposite sides, this parallel to this and this parallel to this, and this equal to this and this equal to this. Two pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, and equal, parallel and equal. Diagonals are unequal. Okay, but bisected equally. So this part equals to this part. This part equals to this part. Okay, diagonal bisected equally. And another one is what? Opposite angle. This angle equals to this angle. This angle equals to this angle. Opposite angles are equal. Clear? So all four, there is properties quadrilateral, it will follow. Opposite angles are equal. Opposite sides are parallel equal. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Yes, adjacent angle means lagatar or consecutive two angles. This angle plus this angle 180. This angle plus this angle 180. This angle plus this angle 180. Consecutive two angles are called adjacent angle, and adjacent angle will be 180 degree. Clear? Supplementary. This is rectangle. All parallelograms property will be there, and additional property is there. One angle is 90 degree. Here diagonals will be equal and bisected equally. So diagonals equal, bisected equally, opposite side parallel equal, angles are 90 degree. These are the features of a rectangle. Now next is the rhombus. So all parallelograms property is there. That is first quadrilateral, then all sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel equal, opposite angles are equal, diagonal unequal. Diagonals are unequal but bisected equally perpendicularly. Here 90 degree is formed. Okay. Now last one is square. So square, all sides are equal, adjacent sides are equal, diagonals equal, all angles 90 degree, diagonals are bisected each other and also perpendicularly. This is the features of a square. Square is a rhombus, square is a rectangle, square is a parallelogram, square is a what you can say trapezium also. Square is a trapezium also. Square is a quadrilateral also. Square is the end part of the what you say quadrilateral tree. Okay. Now you have to remember those property what I mentioned. On this basis, you have to solve certain problem related to parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, etc. Here you see a given parallelogram ABCD, complete each of the statement. AD. AD is, where is AD? AD is this. AD will be equal to what? AD will be equal to BC. Why? If you say AD equal to BC and no remarks is there, I will not give you marks, because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. DCB, DCB, this angle is equal to what? This angle A, ADC, ADB, DCB equals to ADB. Clear? Now OC, OC is what? OC will be equals to OA. Why? Because diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Okay. Now measure of angle DAB, this angle, and CBA, CDA, this angle. So this angle and this angle are the adjacent angle. What will be the result? It will be 180 degree. Adjacent angles are supplementary. This is the reason. Similarly, I'm just taking some of the example where the property can be applied, quadrilateral property. So this figure you see AB, AB parallel to DC. Find the measure of angle C. Angle C, how will find out measure? So these two lines are parallel, na? It is mentioned. So angle C and angle B will be what? Cointer angle between the parallel lines. That means adjacent angles are supplementary. So angle C will be 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. Clear? Now next figure, this is the parallelogram or parallelogram. So parallelogram, what we know, diagonal bisect each other. So here some of the missing part is there, XY, you have to find out. So this one, you consider first this one. Y plus 7 will be equal to 20 because diagonal bisect each other. So by following the equation, I can find out y is equal to 20 minus 7, that is 13. So after getting y value, you put it here. X plus y is equal to 16, or y just you above 13. So x is equal to 16 minus 13, 3. So this way I can find out the missing value of the quadrilateral by applying the properties of the quadrilateral. Now here, how can I follow this? How can I follow this? X, y and z. You see, this is exterior angle. So I can mark it as a interior angle. Exterior and interior, what will form? Linear pair. So A will be what? 180 degree minus 70, 110. Now after getting A, the x will be what? Opposite angle of the parallelogram equal. The x will be also 110. Okay. Now this is 40 and this will be also 40 because these two are parallel lines and it is a transversal, and these two will be alternate interior angle. So y will be 40 degree only. Now consider this triangle HOP. You have got A is equal to 110, you have got y is equal to 40, and z you have to find out. Following this, sum of the angles of a triangle, that is 110 plus 40 plus z is equal to 180 degree. So by following it, we will be getting z is equal to 30 degree. Clear? Next is, these are the problems. Property, on the basis of property you have to say true and false. This is very important for class test. Please remember, you have to say true or false. When you say true or false, no reason to be required. So only you write down true or false or fill in the blanks. All rectangles are square. Is it true? No. Square is rectangle, but rectangle is not square. Okay. All rhombuses are parallelogram. Yes, because rhombus derived from parallelogram only. Parallelogram will be rhombus only when adjacent sides are equal. But rhombus definitely will be a parallelogram. But all parallelogram will not be a rhombus. Clear? So when adjacent sides of the parallelogram equal, then will be rhombus. That means rhombus is a rhombus plus parallelogram. See, all square are rhombus as also rectangle. Yes, I told you square is rectangle, square is also a rhombus, square is also a parallelogram, square is also a trapezium. Clear? All square are not parallelogram. False. All square are parallelogram. all square are rectangle, all square are rhombus, all square are trapezium. Okay, all kite are rhombus. No. Uh, in kite, what is the features? Non, sorry, kite is kite, but rhombus is a rhombus plus kite. So rhombus can also be treated as a kite. Okay. Now all rhombus are kite. Yes, kite is not a rhombus, but rhombus is a kite. Okay. All parallelograms are trapezium. Yes, because after trapezium I am getting parallelogram. Parallelogram or trapezium. Trapezium. All trapeziums are not parallelogram. Okay. So after trapezium I am getting parallelogram. All square is trapezium. Yes, I told you earlier. Square is everything. Okay. Identify the quadrilateral that have four sides of equal length. Which figure having four sides equal length? Square having four sides of equal length. Rhombus is also having four sides of equal length. The quadrilateral will be either square or rhombus. B. Four right angle. Where we have four right angles? In rectangle we are having four right angle, and also square having four right angle. So the figure will be either rectangle or square. Explain how square is a quadrilateral. Why square is a quadrilateral? Because quadrilateral square is a four-sided closed plane figure. Four-sided closed plane figure. A parallelogram. How square is a parallelogram? Square is a parallelogram because its opposite sides are parallel equal. Square is a rhombus because its adjacent sides are equal. Square is a rectangle because its one angle is 90 degree, all angle is 90 degree. This way you have to explain. So name the quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. Where diagonals bisect each other? In case of rectangle, diagonal bisect each other. In case of square, diagonal bisect each other. Perpendicular to each other. Where the diagonal perpendicular to each other? In rhombus, diagonals perpendicular to each other. In square, diagonals perpendicular to each other. Are equal. Which figure diagonals are equal? In rectangle, diagonals are equal. In square, also diagonals are equal. Explain why rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Why rectangle? Convex quadrilateral. What is the definition of the convex quadrilateral? You remember just? Convex quadrilateral are those quadrilateral where each interior angle less than 180 degree. So that's why the rectangles having all angle 90 degree below 180. So that's why rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Okay. Now these are the missing part I gave you earlier also. You must have solved it. Okay. And these are very important for your class test. Be careful. You have to solve this. I will not give you all angle example. So it is given. So you have to find out x, y, z. So since b angle is 100, the y angle will also be 100. Opposite angle of parallelogram. Now z plus 100 is linear pair, forming linear pair. So you will get 100 180 minus 100. That means 80 degree z. Z is 80 degree. So if z is 80 degree, a is 80 degree, then c also 80 degree opposite angles. These are the properties of different type of quadrilaterals I have mentioned. On the basis of it, only you have to answer it. Clear? I think you have done it. It is given earlier also, and it will come in your class test and as well as your periodic test 1. Be careful. This is all about the today's revision part. So what I said, on Saturday we will have one online class test. So on Friday I will be giving you guideline. Be ready for that and work hard for that class test. And remember, this will be treated as one of the multiple assessment tool for periodic test 1. You will be getting 5 marks from here. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye students.